Hold on. What do you mean 2024 is almost over? What do you mean there is no more Carnival until 2025? Where has this year gone? I mean, though this year may have run away from us, it definitely produced some of the most beautiful costumes I've seen. So I think I want to run through my favourites of 2024. So should we do that? Okay, let's go. Quick disclaimer, none of these are in order, they're just my favourites of the year. Starting with the costume that I personally wore. This was Venus, which was done by Just for Fun, which was for St. Lucia Carnival 2024. I can't even spend too long on this because it's going to get me emotional and I'm going to have all the memories flooding back again. But no, this was definitely one of my favourites. Obviously, I'm a bit biased. It's the one I chose this year. She has been put away for safekeeping, which I peep at sometimes when I'm reminiscing on the road. But she's still going strong. She was beautiful. She was Venus. Staying in St. Lucia, another one of my favorites was the section Comediva, and that was also by Just for Fun. This was actually the costume that I was going to choose, but they had a last minute switch over and this became VVIP and it just became out of my budget. Call me biased, I don't care. We're still in St. Lucia. This was another one of my favorites, well, obviously, because I said we're going through my favorites, but this is Pride Rock and this was done by Fusion. And what got me is the fact that the feathers are actually like printed on a canvas. They're not proper feathers. And we always welcome something a little different over here. Jumping on a Liat. Wait, Liat doesn't exist anymore, does it? No. Okay, jumping on the small plane over to Antigua. This costume right here was called Regal, and this was for Insane Carnival. The yellow on this immediately made this become one of my favorites for this year. I know in the sun, this would have been absolutely beautiful. I think there was a few people I know personally who went and they played mass and they wore this costume and they looked amazing. Like literally shining. What I always say, shining and blinding. And y'all know I'm a sucker for a good gemmed wire bra. Oh, it's just so nice. They just make the girls sit so good. Taking a short trip over to Barbados, this costume called Renaissance. Yeah? Oh yeah, it made its way in my favorites list. This costume was by Aura and the name Renaissance, it fits it. I mean, you could see the renaissancicalness. It's not a word, but we've just made it a word, okay? I absolutely loved the fact that it's not your typical 100% feathered backpack. The fact it's gold, so on the brown skin, it will just complement so well. Like, Renaissance? Yeah, you were a nice one. Obviously, I had to throw in costumes from Trinidad, from the Mecca, from the greatest show on earth. This costume I loved, and I saw it like when it was on the road. One of the content creators I love called Chinelli, she wore it, and I was literally like, my jaw was on the floor. I believe this section was called Mariah and this was done by Bliss. I'm sorry, it's just the shape of the bra, the fact it's all gemmed. Like, again, I would need sunglasses if I was going to look at this up close. It just looks all crystal and expensive and diamonds and yumminess. Staying in Trinidad, this costume is called Akasha and this one was done by Spirit. I mean, the reds, pinks with the coral combined with the gem work, combined with the fact the tiara frames the face. Yeah, it was a win. It was a win for me this year. Obviously, my Notting Hill 2024 costume makes my run-ins of my favorites of this year. I mean, you guys saw my reaction when the launch dropped. You saw how much I was making noise. So Nubian by Hype Mass, she'll always have a place in my heart. She will always have a place in my heart. And honestly, if I was to pull the costume right now, you'll see there's not one gem. Not one gem out of place. You're also gonna get, I'll go get it, you know. Okay, maybe in part 2. If I do a part 2, I'll go get it and I'll show you. The Latana Kamara, the costume that sold out in what, less than 24 hours? Shall we say 12 hours? And she was done? Island Mass. You know you lot broke some world records with that one. I have to obviously put her in the favorites list. Latana Kamara, let me not even talk too much. You lot heard the time that it sold out in, so you lot know. You lot know. Mahalu by Yukon also makes my favorites list because again, it's just looking like she's dripping in money, dripping in diamonds, dripping in crystals, combined with the pastel colors. I said, chef kiss. 10 out of 10, no notes. No notes. And to wrap up, I think I'll close it with a carnival that also is one of the last ones of the year. This is Raja, and this was by Gen X Carnival for Miami 2024. I just wanted to bring you guys in a bit closer so we can have a moment for the bodywear because I really like this one. And guys, that's it. Those are my favorites of 2024. I still had ones that I loved, but if I put everything in, we would have been here for 20 minutes. But I cannot wait to see what's going to be produced in 2025. But let me know, did we share any favorites? Is there some which you loved, which I missed off the list? Like, let me know. Let's discuss in the comments, and I'll see you guys somewhere in some carnival in 2025.